The cleanup process has begun on the charred remains of a three-story building that contained Isaac's Way restaurant and a rooming house. The fire crews rushed to the scene after receiving a call just after midnight that the building was in flames. The firefighters quickly realized they couldn't put out the fire, so they refocused their efforts on containing it. The building had collapsed by 7:30 a.m. That's when Platoon Captain Art Van Horn finally went home.
We never did put it out until the building collapsed. All we could do was put water on both sides and try and protect the exposures and try and keep the fire down to slow the amount of heat that was being dissipated to the buildings on the side.
The fire began downstairs in the restaurant before working its way to the rooming house, where 26 people lived. Everyone got out unharmed. Van Horn, residents of the rooming house, credit building manager Millie St. Olms for this.
And I thought in my head, oh my God, a fire. And the bells had went off so many times before, and it was a false alarm. And I thought, all right, this is the middle of the night, I'll never get these people out, what am I going to do? Go, Millie, now. So I started pounding on every door and screaming, there's a fire, this is not a false alarm.
St. Olms received a card from her former tenants in appreciation for her extraordinary dedication. St. Olms managed the building for 7 years and lived there with her son. She just returned from a vacation 3 days before the blaze. Rooming house residents were taken to the Fredericton Inn after the fire. The Canadian Red Cross paid the bill until Tuesday morning. Social assistance initially offered to pay for one more night, but then this was extended for some. Despite this, St. Olms was asked to leave Wednesday morning because she has a home in Harvey. Her tenants were unhappy to see her leave. Some of the fire victims have already left the Fredericton Inn. Some have gone to the homeless shelter, some to the women's shelter, and some have found new homes. On Saturday, at 11 a.m., all of the fire victims are forced to leave the inn. For Stu Journalism, I'm Justin Cook.